Hello there, I'm Lloyd Evans and you're watching the John Cedars channel from the bunker, and in this video we need to talk about this leaflet which you may have received in fact from one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Perhaps you pass them when they're stood at their literature carts and you see this tract and it spikes your interest, or perhaps you've just had one posted through your door. The title is How Do You View the Future? And in this video I will try to give an answer to its contents in as fewer minutes as possible, which shouldn't take too long. Incidentally, this is, in case you're wondering, is tract number 31. In the previous video in this rebuttal series, I dealt with tract number 30, and I will be going further down the line in terms of numbers. If you're interested, here's some of the older tracts. So some of you who are current or former Jehovah's Witnesses will remember this one. Actually, similar message, in fact, to this tract. Both are talking about how wonderful the future paradise is going to be. But this is tract number 15, and the oldest numbered tract in my collection is this one, tract number 3, Jehovah's Witnesses, Communists or Christians? If communists, why outlawed in Russia? So that was tract number 3, I think from the 1950s or thereabouts. Anyway, just a little bit of trivia for you there, because there's not much to say about this leaflet, to be honest. I'm padding for time there. If you open it up, it's just giving a generic kind of, well, first of all, the front cover says, how do you view the future? Will our world stay the same, get worse, or get better? And what witnesses are really hoping the reader will think is, oh, it's going to get worse, because that's how Jehovah's Witnesses view the world. They view the world as beyond repair, unsalvageable, full of depravity, worse than it's ever been, which clearly it isn't. And I've posed this question to Jehovah's Witnesses: would you rather be living today or in the 1940s or the 1930s? I think we'd all prefer to be living right now rather than decades ago. But for Jehovah's Witness theology to make sense, they need to believe that things are just getting worse and worse and worse. And their solution, if you open the leaflet, is to dwell on what the Bible says. God will wipe out every tear from their eyes, says Revelation 21, 3 and 4. And death will be no more, neither will mourning nor outcry nor pain be any more. The former things have passed away. What's promised is meaningful and satisfying work. This is in the paradise to come. No more sickness or suffering of any kind. A happy, unending life with family and friends. Apart from the fact that these promises are supposed to be delivered in a future earthly paradise, which is a fairly unique teaching to Jehovah's Witnesses, most Christians believe that when you die you go to heaven. This leaflet could be canvassing for almost any fundamentalist Christian group, because if you look to the right hand side, it says, can we really believe what the Bible says? Yes, for at least 2 reasons. God has the ability to fulfill the promise. In the Bible, Jehovah God alone is called the Almighty, for he has unlimited power. So he is fully able to keep his promise to change our world for the better. As the Bible says, with God all things are possible. Again, you can believe this and not be a Jehovah's Witness. You can follow the Bible, you can be a believing Christian, you can go to church and not be convinced that injustices won't be corrected, that the world will not be a better place until 7.5 billion people, men, women and children, have been wiped out for the crime of not agreeing with your religious beliefs, so that the entire planet can then be terraformed and only you and members of your religious organization get to repopulate the earth. That, in a nutshell, is the Jehovah's Witness vision of what's to come, but it's very cleverly put in a very appealing way. Oh, well, who wouldn't want satisfying and meaningful work? Who wouldn't want an end to sickness or suffering? They don't talk about the fact that billions will be suffering, billions will indeed be killed in order to pave the way for this quote-unquote utopia. And as I've said in other videos, I wouldn't want to live in a world, in any kind of utopia, if this is the price that needs to be paid. If billions of people need to be wiped out. I couldn't enjoy my slice of watermelon on the picnic table strewn with different kinds of fruit and pandas frolicking on the lawn, knowing that just a few feet below me are buried the remains, what's left of all the billions who've been slaughtered to make way for this. No, sorry, not for me. But again, you won't find any of that alluded to. Instead, you just get this generic Bible Christian message that, apart from the insinuation regarding an earthly paradise, again, you could just copy-paste this into the materials for almost any fundamentalist Christian group. So that's essentially all that needs to be said about this particular leaflet. How do you view the future? Look out for the next similar rebuttal, in which I will be dealing with another leaflet. But that's pretty much all for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the John Cedars channel for more such videos. And as always, thank you for watching.